we started investing in companies. That has translated to more than 90 companies in the last 2 years now. So what do? I invest 5 to 35 crores, seed to Series A, across the consumer landscape. I'm not saying I'm biased for or against people with an MBA. I want to see this intent.
At times people say that अगर पैसा है तो producer बन जाएगा. Is it the case for VCs as well? अगर पैसा है तो VCs भी बन जाएगा. Let's simplify what your work is right now, in whatever capacity that you are in, or
Absolutely.
If you are a VC, what exactly are the VC's role supposed to be? What exactly is the VC's role supposed to be? And
Sure.
if you are working or if you are interested in getting into the world of VC, what sort of skills or requirements do I need to have in myself to do being?
Lots of questions. I'll go one by one. We sold the company. We had nothing to do. So we said, okay, what do we know? We know what we've been through. So let's help founders. So both Trish and I give 12 hours of our week to founders, like pro bono, just talking to people. We met some amazing people and we said, hey, we have some skills and some knowledge. Let's disseminate information and help people. So we started helping founders. We started this podcast called Direct to a Billion Consumers to talk about the D2C space, because lots of American podcasts on this, but nothing in India. But through all of this, we also had capital available. Right? So we started investing in companies. That has translated to more than 90 companies in the last 2 years now, across spaces, backed some amazing founders. And then I realized I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the role of meeting new people. I really enjoyed the role of hearing founder stories. I really enjoyed the role of enabling founders. And so with all of that, I wanted to find something more to do. And serendipity, I got connected to the folks at World Invest. Spoke to Arjun Anand. And we had a general chat just about the market, the world, what's happening. And then he said, look, we are a private equity fund, a late stage fund, investing $15 million plus. We're looking for someone who's built and sold a consumer business, who's below the age of 40, to run a VC early stage strategy for us. It seems like you have the right sort of chops and the right vibe for this. So let's get to know each other. So we got to know each other over the next 3-4 months. December 2021, I partnered with them to launch an early stage strategy in India, now called V3 Ventures, to invest in the early stage of consumers. So what do? I invest 5 to 35 crores, seed to Series A, across the consumer landscape. That includes brands, tech, enablers and platforms. We've invested in companies like Kuku FM, Eka Care. We're just about to close a regional language education deal. Maybe by the time this podcast is up, that deal would be announced. So we partner with entrepreneurs in the consumer space, and with our expertise, knowledge and background, both as World Invest and me, who has built a business, and my team, through this role, I want to enable the next 1,000 entrepreneurs.
Right.
We created one Dr. Vaidya. Can we enable, foster, help, assist, advise, mentor the next 1,000 companies? That's my goal. So the second part of the question you asked me, how does one break into VC? Look, it's a small industry, and there are many new funds coming and many new jobs available, but it's not an industry where there are 100 jobs, 200 jobs, 500 jobs created every month. That's not like this. So it's not easy to break into VC. But what can one do to break into VC? Now that I speak to a lot of sort of folks who are graduating from college and folks who are like early part of their career, VC is different from private equity. Private equity means you have to have really strong finance skills, financial modeling skills, understand P&Ls really well. VC is a lot of qualitative. It's a lot of market understanding. It's a lot of meeting companies. It's a lot of your own network. It's a lot about meeting founders. So if you come to me and you say, I've not worked in VC, but in the last 1 month, I've met 50 new companies.
Yeah.
Or I've met 30 new companies. That is more exciting to me than, hey, I can make this excel.
Right.
That's, I would say, the best way to get VC. Show intent and be a part of the ecosystem.
Does the degree, like an MBA degree from a good institute, help in cutting through and getting a job?
I run a VC fund. I'm not an MBA.
Right. That's why I wanted an answer from you. Do you hire these people who come in from different...
Look, I'm not saying I'm biased for or against people with an MBA. I want to see this intent. I want to see the ability to make deals. I want to see the ability to connect with founders. I want to see the ability to show up at an event and meet 20 founders in a day. I want to see that. That's VC.
Would you then say that, this is in tandem with what you have to do as a salesperson as well?
Yeah. What I feel, I put an Instagram reel about this, right? As an early stage founder, when someone comes to your office for an interview, it's very counterintuitive. Because actually, if it's a good candidate, you do 70% of the talking. You are pitching, it's a reverse pitch. I've pitched to so many people, my vision. Similarly, as a VC, you are also selling. I sell our fund to founders. I talk about what we do. It's not just them talking about what they do. It's both ways, and there's no shame in that at all. Zero shame. I have zero shame in pitching my fund to you. Why you should take money from me?
I will definitely take that up, and I will definitely pass it on to my CEO. Work, jobs that you need to do. What exactly is going to be my job as somebody who is just going out of a B school, joining a VC firm like yours, is expected to do?
I'll say what kind of experience will help you. Internships at VC funds, if possible. Internships or job experience at startups. Understanding the grind. Being a founder who may have tried something and it didn't work out. Consulting is obviously something that people talk about as well, which could help because it gives you breadth of knowledge. And the other thing is, if you have none of this, go join an angel network on the weekends, pay 17,000, 20,000 rupees to join that angel network and show up for 50 pitch calls. That experience is invaluable, right? That's intent.
A lot of times it is also said that because we are sitting in Bombay and it's a world of films that we are part of, at times people say that agar paisa hai to producer ban jayega. Is it the case for VCs as well? Agar paisa hai to VCs bhi ban jayega?
Not necessarily. Actually, some of the most wealthy people invest their money with other managers, funds, portfolio managers, etc. So, money isn't the way to be a good investor.
Yes.
The way you think about the market, the way you allocate money, that is a good investor. Pick the right stocks, right? If you're investing in the stock market, pick the right companies if you're a VC. Build the right network, know everyone. When a company is raising money and it's a company that has a competitive deal going on, you should have met the founder 1 year before and already built the relationship. That is the skill of a VC.
What do you exactly look for when you are looking for a startup or a founder? Is it the attitude? Is it the kind of vision that they have? Is it the 5-year plan that they sell you? Or is it something else altogether?
It's all of the above. 50% founder, who is that person? What's their background? Why will they fight through tough times? Why do they have a right to win in that space? Right to win meaning there are lots of problems to be solved in space, but I'm not an aeronautical engineer. But in Ayurveda, I had a right to win 150 years of family legacy. Second, when I enter a company, I should be able to see a 10x, 15x, 20x growth from there as an early stage investor. So TAM, addressable market, is there a big enough market to go from where we enter to where it ends? Or is it a small niche category? Like I am sugar-free, gluten-free. Sugar-free, gluten-free products are small niche categories. 20% on market. 30% on what everyone talks about. Business, economics, gross margin, growth velocity, revenue growth, customer acquisition cost, lifetime value, EBITDA profile, who is the team supporting the founder, 30% on that. So 50% founder, 20% market, 30% business, economics and team. That's how I look at business in general. Obviously it goes up and down, but this is what I think.
Which are the kind of investments that you have done that you are very proud of?
I'm very proud of Cuckoo FM. I met the company when they had 80,000 paid subscribers. They have more than 3 million paid subscribers now. Users spend 80 plus minutes a day on the app. They learn about book summaries of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. They learn short courses about derivative trading, my program on e-commerce. It's really democratizing learning and giving access to aspirational content and knowledge to users who don't have this in their language.
Right.
And it's translated as business as well. They've raised more money, they've grown significantly, but it's a huge impact.
So let's talk about the Cuckoo story. When exactly was it pitched to you? What was that story like?
Actually, it was before it was pitched to me. I used to host a Ayurveda podcast on Cuckoo called Daily Ayurvedic Tips. We used to do one tip on Ayurveda every day on our WhatsApp. So I used to just read that tip out and upload it to Cuckoo. So that was the background of how I got to know the company. And then in October 21, they pitched to me when they had 80,000 paid subscribers. And they were raising some money. By December 21, they reached 250,000. At 80,000, I was like, oh, it's a little bit early for us. You still need to show growth. By December, they hit 250,000. I was just like, I called up the founder and I said, boss, I want in on that round. Figure out a way to get me in. Just figure a way to get me in. I want in. And so eventually we invested the money in April. The round took some time to close and paperwork and stuff like that. By the time we closed the round, they had 650k paid subscribers. The next round got committed. By the time that round got closed in July, August 21, they had 1.6 million paid subscribers.
So they were growing
And
aggressively.
by the way, this 1.63 million number is more than Ghana and Savan's paid subscribers put together. Crazy, right?
Absolutely. Which are the kind of sectors that you are banking on right now? Which are the sectors that you see booming, especially because of the kind of changes and the shifts that are happening in the consumer tech world, in the businesses that you have also invested in? You said Coco as an example as well. Which are these startups that you feel are made for the future?
I'll talk about spaces. In consumer brands, I think there is lots of space in proprietary, science-based, unique, differentiated health and wellness. Pets is an up-and-coming theme, although smaller but very up-and-coming humanization of pets. Home and kitchen, there's lots of disruption that's going to happen. Not enough new brands have come. I think India is getting fitter. And so sports, nutrition, fitness, you will have action at the mass premium price point. Bharat, the next 200 million, 250 million consumers will drive the growth of this economy. And so solutions that are catering to them in their languages, in their comfort zone, at their price points, both in tech and in brands, spaces we should all spend time on. Absolutely spend time.
Arjun, one caveat from this, and in my limited reading that I have done, I have seen that, you know, the millions of users that we talk about, the Bharat that we talk about, the adoption generally is not as fast as the metro cities. And that probably is a problem that a lot of D2C players also have faced over the years. And that has probably resulted in them spending a lot of money in user acquisition that has burned a lot of money for the VC.
Yeah, so I think that some of this is just perception. I have access to all the malls and stores offline in Bombay, which someone in Guwahati may not have. So if they aspire for X brand, which is not even available in their city, online is the only place to get it. Right? So I think sometimes it's our urban lens that makes us have these perceptions. Also, I will say one thing on technology lens. You know, the government is coming up with this centralized app for EV charging. Instead of having various power companies have their own apps and stuff like that. Think about India Stack. UPI, DigiYatra, Aadhaar, ABHA in the health space, ONDC. Now all of this behavior makes 10 years ago digital payment, NEFT, SWIFT, IMPS, like it was painful. Now I don't have cash, I have my phone, it's okay. It's chilled. So I think with all of this digital stack being built, tech becoming ubiquitous to every handheld smartphone in the country, adoption will go much faster than we think. We will leapfrog lots of behaviors.